back inside. More low trajectory kick. Oh, this could be a fairy tale. Mason Cox directly in front, 25 metres out.
Well, he had half a chance. He got the front position. He's a big man, so he's hard to stretch around. But he took the ball comfortably. No sign of a fumble.
It is a long way from Oklahoma State University to 20 metres out of the MCG. He's a cowboy, as they all are at that university, and he rides it home. What a beauty.
It's always interesting, isn't it? You know he's 211 centimetres tall, but he just got that on the movement. Sometimes you just want to kick it above the guys that have got the extreme height. But
can you believe an American in his first game has just kicked the first goal on Anzac Day?
It didn't happen. No, that didn't happen.
Oh, brilliant start.
And went back and just sealed it beautifully. There was no
goal kick easy.
Struck it really well.
And Dylan McLaughlin drew it up.
Can we have a new group? First kick, first match, USA.
The Eagles around him. Greenwood, touch play on the call. Chop of the arm. Gee, that's interesting because it's not a marking contest, so can you pay chopping the arm if it's touched? But the good news story is Collingwood needs some luck. Mason Cox, as I said earlier, got Collingwood's momentum and their mojo back last week. And he might have it back this week.
Gives him a chance to get it inside attacking territory.
He sits it up for Mason Cox. He's got the reach,
and
he won a free.
Yep, fair enough too.
So the big American can line up again for his second. 25 years of age from Oklahoma State University. Didn't know what a Sharon was 2.5 years ago. Legend has it that the first kick he had at his Collingwood session when he arrived in Australia, he missed his foot with his ball drop. That's what he has ahead of him. You're riding this through from home. He can kick now. He's got two.
The work that he's actually done and the pure kicking technique that he's got is just brilliant.
Oh, look at it open up on this side. There was no one here, especially as far as Brisbane were concerned. And the big man, Grundy and Cox, collaborate for a goal, which finally comes after 9 minutes.
What was really good, he's run from the stoppage and tried to push forward on Steph Martin.
We got used to that in the Melbourne jumper and just becoming accustomed to it for the Pies. Oh, it's for something. Oh. It doesn't matter. Cox controls the air.
And how good is that for the future and Collingwood fans? They would be pumped to see this big 6'11" giant from the US. That is a really good mark.
Derby, you've got to love the stare down after he marked it. Just watch the replay here to Merritt.
He's turned around and glared him, did he? Oh, he did too! Fantastic. Was that well picked up, Moons?
So for his second goal, big Mason Cox, dead straight, right through the middle. Pies continue to dominate.
And gives him the, what are you doing down there?
What are they doing there?
Is that the Bryan brothers, is it? Grundy down to Crisp, he winds up to the square again. Cox, yes, yes, yes!
And Sauce has given it to him, but he's goal. Closest umpire was the umpire Nick Foot.
Oh, he's gone to ground, the big fella.
Oh, he's got the free kick. Pushed the big man over.
For 4 goals, Mason Cox. He's clearly hurt that, hasn't he?
Back again to Adams, who drives the ball high. Cox is the target! Oh, the young American! What a grab!
That's as good as you'll see. Coming out from the top of the square at pace. Just watch this again against one of the best defenders in the game. To see Harry Taylor there, just early in the piece, he just tried to knock his arms, just unsettle him. Didn't. That's a strong, strong grab.
This is disposal number 6 in his 5th match of AFL football. kicking for his 8th goal from Oklahoma State University. How about that? Everything is bigger in Texas. I mean, Buddy Franklin, who's the best player in the competition, struggles with those sorts of marks.
And that was real pressure too. Bartel was coming in from the side. And the most impressive part, he goes back and he slots it through under real pressure, and the Pies needed that.
Red by Sidebottom in game 150 to Maynard, to Treloar, to Moore, to Treloar, a fumble over the top. Mason Cox, Trav Varco's on, he can bounce the ball, he can lumber in, the big American, he's kicked the goal! Try and script that. While Trav Cloak is playing VFL, Mason Cox is winning games for the Pies.
There he goes, the kick over the top. He's had a good look around. He decided, okay, I remember how to do this. I know it's an egg-shaped ball, but it'll come back to me if I hit the ground in the right place with it. And it did, and look at that.
There are ruckmen that have been playing the game for 15 years who couldn't do that.
They get a second chance, ball screwed back in by Smith. And they continue to be outnumbered when the ball comes into their 50, the Pies. And after a fantastic start, they've not only given up the lead, but they've seen...
We've got a free kick here, I think, have we?
Was it a hold?
Yeah.
A grab on the left arm?
So he just has to kick this one.
What about the footage here?
We are very close. We're right behind him, and we see it sail straight through.
Oh.
And he goes straight to Hartland too. He's getting into this Aussie rule stuff now, boys. This is the moments where the umpires are powerless.
Right. Jesse's away. Can they get another one towards Cox before half-time? The Texan takes the mark.
She'll test the lad's distance, though. When he strikes the footy, he's got a great big bent knee, so he doesn't get huge.
So this...
Get there.
His second goal.
Well done.
And boy, he likes doing it close to the sideline, doesn't he?
Sinclair, Pendlebury. Well, I'm sure he was going elsewhere, but he ends up with Mason Cox outside of the boot in the end, and now a chance for Mason to get the Pies first. Well, his first kick in AFL was from around here. Went straight through for a major on the game's biggest day outside of the grand final. Another kick, another goal. Pies get there first.
When you've got a blank canvas, you can teach that. Duke's out in front, keep it away from the sporting fist. And you can teach this, the kick. Start from a blank canvas, no bad habits, and just perfection.
Pendlebury, again an opportunity. Blair, well, as he often is, outmatched height-wise. Is it Blair or Mason Cox? Mason Cox. So the big man from Oklahoma State brings it back under 50 points. 90 seconds to play.
The back, that's a great sign of support from them.
Pendlebury through the centre to full forward. Cox front spot, Dawson at the back. Sutcliffe getting across. Doric, and Cox is kicking it. The boy from Oklahoma State. Oh, he's got some footy smarts for a bloke that didn't grow up with it.
Sports smarts. That is just brilliant.
Clever.
That is sensational by Mason Cox. The recovery to get back on the ball, but then the brains to not take possession, just throw the foot at it. Terrific goal.
He's also got a leg that's nearly 2 meters long. So he just stuck it out there, didn't he?
So what's going on? Our blokes are getting drafted over there, and he's doing this here. Grundy, knocked forward by Greenwood. Back to Grundy. Sends it down towards full forward. Cox! Oh, Cox caught it like you'd catch a tennis ball. A little unorthodox. The hands there early, and it just dropped into the bucket. Cox now needs to kick this one. He got one, a spectacular early goal. There's second, and he pops this through. He's got his second. Grundy then. Beside the centre circles, kicks to space. Storming up the ground is Cox. It's against Grimes.
Never going to be able to outreach him. No,
that's right.
The big hands. Kicks from right on the 50. Has it got the carry? It has. Back-to-back goals start the game for the Magpies. Maynard forward of left centre wing then. is a thumping kick. He'll put this right to the square if he intends to. No, just sets it up short. Hampson takes a very good mark, but it's going against Asprey.
I think it's going against Rance on Cloak.
No, Asprey it was, just sheer panic.
Only 15 metres out. His last kick barely got across the line. This one, no trouble at all.
It's the one and only Deagle Double G.
Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg.
Da 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 da. You know I'm mobbing with the D-R-E. Da 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 da.